Welcome back to the channel. This is Summer Scribe, Christian Artistry. That is what we talk about here because it is a thing. Today, we're talking about count of five reasons. Okay, talk. Count of five ways that you can support artists. Now, we talk Christian artists here, but this could work for any artist. And we're kind of talking about more indie artists or small artists. But of course, this works for the large ones as well. But without further ado, let's get into it. The first one is you can hit the like button. That's one, and you can actually hit the like button of this video. It does help. All right, but seriously, now this doesn't apply to all artists, just artists with a kind of digital platform, which I was about to say in 2020, but this is 2021. Happy New Year, by the way. If an artist is trying to go pro, and since not many people are leaving their houses as much as we used to in 2019, frankly, uh, digital is the way to go. And social media is just the, let's just say, the necessary evil because it's got great exposure. It can be kind of a hassle, but you have to show the platform or the algorithm that you actually like the content. So you see some you like, hit the like button. It's a small little note to the creator that, hey, this content is actually working. Because as someone who does curate content and put it out there on social media, trust me when sometimes it's like swing and a miss. I see that it's reached a certain amount of people, but only a fraction will actually like or do something with the content to give me heads up to, hey, did you like it? So hit the like button. The second one is kind of a subsection of the first. Talk. Or more to the point, engage with the content. A lot of times, creators, we will ask questions of our audience, and it really does help when we get some feedback. It's like, oh, people are actually talking to me. As someone who's been on the receiving end, I can say that it, it means a whole lot when you spend a lot of time creating curated content and someone actually takes the time to converse with you, where there's asking a question or just to say, hey, you know what? I like that video. Or you know what? That song that you just made, I like that. This also can have, a positive aspect if you're talking about creative criticism, but in whether you're going to criticize, or you're going to constructively criticize, and not just be cruel, or you're going to just say, hey, keep up the good work. Engaging with the artist and the creator does help. Again, if the first one was a good nudge, this one is kind of a high five. If I gave high fives, it does kind of like show the creator that, hey, they are at least creating something that you resonate with to actually converse about, and that helps. That is support, support, support. Of course, number three is giving your money. I actually should have had some cash on me, but we knew it was come down to it, right. The It's not the only way to support artists because if I supported every artist that I enjoy, financially, I go broke. But that doesn't, if I did at the same time, but that doesn't mean that I don't actually put my, money where my mouth is or where the heart is. That actually goes even a little bit beyond. I would say a few years back, I wrote my first, it was my first book, but it was the first thing kind of ebook that I actually attempted to sell. And I was hiring voice actors for that book. And there was a lot of offers, some was outrageous. Let me tell you this. The thing was more or less, it was a Christmas play. It's on the podcast, by the way. and I just needed a voiceover. I had very, 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 very little budget, and I remember one of them said he'll do it for $300. Said that was a discount of 50%. It was actually for 600. I'm not gonna tell you what my actual budget was, but it was not that. What all that to say is one of the people who wound up being who I ended up working with actually bought the book. Didn't ask anybody to buy the book because I thought that's not fair because hey, you don't know if I'm going to hire or not. But they actually went in trouble, bought the book, read the book, and commented on the story. And it was just a few bucks. I believe it was like $3. That's a lot. That is huge. In fact, the reason for me making this video was because I got a Christmas card. But we'll get to that. So yes, financially is a way to support the artist, especially I know I got some friends in the music space, and sometimes streaming don't cut it. It helps, but the numbers are low, real low. So like sometimes I will like to you just buy the album because I know that helps put the most back in their pocket. They got a book, I might buy the book, and just whatever art, In fact, art is hanging on my walls. I have scattered through my place. Is because I want to support these artists financially. It helps them create more content. And just like the first two ways to support artists, is even saying that yes, I see your content, I like your content, I want you to make better, more content. Now the fourth is you might think should go before the third. But hey, I never said these were in levels of importance. It is give it your time. No matter what kind of creative content that you digest, it is a fraction of the time that it took that artist to create it. That's just the nature of building something. Uh, so every time it may took you an hour to read through a short story or a short little book, but it could have took, for personal experience, a month to actually write that. Listen to music. A song could be 3 minutes, but it might take a week or two to actually just, I have no clue, never made a song, but to actually make that song, and quite expensive to make these different forms of art. Uh, but still, when you give it your time, we do know that people's times are valuable, and I do not expect anybody to give back what I put into it. That's no one person is really going to. Well, you could, you could. I'm not gonna say that, but I don't expect no one person to give anything that I create with the same amount of zeal or time that I used to put into it. It's kind of going to be a cumulative effort at best. Many people are going to enjoy the content of the artist overall than rather one person taking all that on themselves. But when you do give it your time, it does is a big compliment to the creator. So give it your time. Number five is tell somebody. If you like the content, tell somebody about the content. Tell somebody about the creativity. I do hope like when I hang things on my walls that somebody would ask me questions. And I'll tell them the artist that I got it from. I'll tell them why I like it. When you not just enjoy the content and you support the content and you do support it by just telling others about the content. It really does help. It just not only just it just spread the word, but when somebody tells me about something good, especially when it's a friend or a family member, we're not sharing junk. Which means if you saw some piece of my art or any artist and you say, you know what, other people should know about this because I like this. That is a great way to show support. And aside from let's say, one of the five things I've chosen. A lot of these things are free. They're free to you. And it supports and it helps, the creator get better because a bigger audience means more feedback, which means it is very encouraging and is very telling to help create more and more better content. If, it does help, now don't get me wrong. I believe artists are artists, regardless if anybody actually listens to the music, hangs that painting, like flip another page of that graphic novel, whatever the creativity, you believe that person is a creative, already. But when you're in this space, it can get kind of lonely. Like I'm creating this content by myself. It does help, and I'm not trying to persuade or kind of manipulate people to go like the content, just so hurt my feelings or anything. But it does encourage us to keep going, to keep putting out the content, to keep creating, to keep on being the artistic people that we are. And those are my 5 tips for how you can support your favorite artist. Short video today. This is Simon Scribe. I'll see you next time. Hi. So this is next day, and I got through the video without actually getting back to why I made a video, or more to the point, what inspired it. So I held up this card at some point during the video, and let me explain. This is a Christmas card that I got last year. This is 2021, so talking like less than a month ago. Um, it was in fact the only Christmas card I got. Not surprising since a lot of things have changed since this whole COVID thing just started. Um, but so why does this Christmas card inspire me to make this video about how to support your favorite artists? Well, let me explain. It came from a place I had no clue. In fact, I remember being kind of confused about, okay, who is this? Don't know what state, don't know the person. And as soon as I open it, I recognize the artwork. It is from an artist that I have bought several prints from. And it is, I can't remember his name, but the artist or artist has both a artist blog as well as a place where you could buy the art. And I will put both of them in the description below. But I will tell you, it is CT Artistry. It is one of the few Christian artists that I was able to come across of. She actually has a YouTube channel, and I will also link that below. Go show your support. And that is a good example of how you can support artists. You can check out her social media, check out her YouTube. She has a good Facebook page as well. She has a website. She has, art. She regularly puts out art like crazy. Like she regularly puts out regular pieces. So I'm gonna put this in the description below. And not all of my videos are necessarily articles. However, this one was. So my article would be down below. And I will see you next time. And this is for real. I'm really saying goodbye this time. So this is Simon Scribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.